Today we're going to be doing another DC repaint, and this time it's a Wonder Woman. So this is in the Justice League packaging by Mattel. I had a Wonder Woman from the Batman vs Superman line that Mattel did. So to start with, we're just going to compare that. So let's get this one out of the box. So this one is an interesting figure. It feels a little bit rushed. I mean, it's got good articulation, so it's got the standard ball joints. I think the body was, certainly the arms were just a generic female arm, because these are just painted on. They're literally just silver paint, which is a little bit lazy. Whereas this, the arm bit, is actually a removable rubber piece. So I imagine they were probably going to do that on here and then thought we can't get off of the hand part. Facially wise, I've got the old one here. So this is the Batman vs Superman one, and it's a slightly larger figure, and I think the face sculpt is a little bit nicer. It's a little bit generic on this one, but it could be just the glossiness of the plastic. And as you can see on this one, it's got much better paint apps, much more detailing. It's a much nicer figure, but it does stand, so if I put the feet together, that's the difference in height. So it's a much larger figure. So I'm not going to paint the old one, because I think this is getting quite hard to get hold of. So we're going to paint this one. Normally I try and get head off, and I would like to get head off this, so I might go and dunk it in some boiling water, even if we can just get the wig off, because it will make it easier to paint. But let me see if I can go and do that, and then we'll come back and start painting. Okay, so I popped the head in hot water, and the hair came off, which is good, because it means we can paint the hair separately without worrying about getting on the face. It does mean she's got a tiny little pinhead and some sort of weird striping on her head, but it makes it easier to do. So what we're going to do, put hair aside, we're going to do a base coat of our usual Cadian flesh tones, mixed with a little bit of light flash from Vallejo. So here's something to look onto. So I'm going to finish painting the base coat, see if we can match the colour, and then we'll come back and do some detail work. While we're waiting for the flesh to dry, I'm going to give a base coat of Rhinox hide to the hair. I called it a wig last time, I suppose I should call it hair. I don't think GalGadot, I think I pronounce it. I don't think she wears a wig. She might do. And again, this is because dry brushing and shading detail onto bare plastic is next to impossible. It looks terrible, so we want to give it a nice base coat of matte paint. So I'm just going to do that all over. You see, it's a pretty good match, and then hopefully the flesh will be dry. We'll come back and do a bit of detailing. Okay, so the flesh is dry, so I'm just going to add some shading using Rhinox Flesh Shade, and we're just going to gently run this in to the creases and crevices. Okay, so let it dry, and then we can come back and blend that out. Okay, so the flesh shade is dry, and what we're going to do now is use a slightly lightened version of the flesh shade and dry brush, well, almost dry brush, more of a stipple type effect, just to blend it out. See that? So you've still got a hint of it on there. That just gives a bit of depth to it. So we'll I'll do that on these bits. We'll come back and have a look. Okay, so you can see I've blended the majority out. So we're just going to use an even lighter shade of the flesh tone. So just add a little bit of white into it. And we're just going to do the highlights of the face and body with that. Is use a little bit of red, and I use my Fiston red. I just very lightly. I'm going to add some cheek shading, but this is like super light. So adds a bit of warmth. Might have to tone this side down just a little bit. But then we're going to mix some red with the flesh colour to make a lip tone. There we go. I might tone that down a little bit. So next, the cat wants to steal my chair. I'm going to do the eyes, so that's in just white. Just gonna let that dry, but before I do that I'm going to run some flesh shade into the mouth again, because doing the lips we've sort of lost the definition. There we go. Okay, let that dry. Okay, so we're going to do her eyes, so she's got brown eyes, so I'm going to do One Fang Brown. Sometimes you just have to do it off camera. So I'm just going to use, while they're drying, I'm just going to use some of the flesh shade just to add a few blemishes. I'm going to do eyebrows, and I'm going to do them in the same brown as the eyes. Then we're going to add the pupils in black. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'll do that off camera, then we'll come back. Okay, so what I've done is added some brown shading under the eye, some flesh shade into the eye just to take the overly whiteness away. Still not sure that eye should come in a little bit, so I might repaint it, but at the moment I'm going to paint the headband, and I'm just using Vallejo bronze for that. So it's just going to shade in, so we're going to shade that in. Okay, so I've done a light dry brushing over the hair. I'm not going to do any white on it. I mean, you can see that it's quite light and she's got quite dark hair. So what I'm going to do now is pop the hair back onto the figure, and we'll have a look and I'll explain what I've done. Okay, so I've popped the hair back on. I might have to heat it up a little bit just to get it to sit. So all I've done is put some gloss varnish on the eyes and the lips just to make them glisten. Body wise, I repainted red, painted the bronze parts in bronze, and then highlight them in gold, and then just run some different colour flesh wash. So this is contrast flesh slayer flesh, fire slayer flesh, and this is really good for metallics and stuff like that because it gives a nice almost patina effect to them. And I've done the same for the headpiece. I've painted the arm piece in the same way, but that's not quite dry yet, so I'll pop that on later. I've painted the pouch, added some shade to the lasso, just to bring it out. The only thing I haven't done is I want to replace these with perhaps some textured stuff, but that's a much larger job. So yeah, so there she goes. I think it's a really nice likeness. It does actually look a bit like GalGadot. Certainly it looks better than it did before. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe, or any figures you want me to do, suggest them down below and I'll have a go and see if I can get the figures. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks then, bye.